Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 145 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of August 8th, 2020. I am your dispatcher, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me I have my engineer, Brett Wiebold, and our firemen, TJ Sicoccio and Jared Cole.
Hello.
What's up?
Joining us as our guest brakeman this week is my son, Eastrail.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. And we're coming off the heels of a hell of an adventure, but we're probably not going to talk too much about that. If you want a little bit more insight, you can go watch the last episode, which was the live episode. And other than that, it's shaping up to be a relatively not so crazy week. Maybe 2020 isn't going to 2020 us this time.
Don't say it.
Don't think that. You just
Anyway,
You'll get Beiruted.
Before something else catastrophic happens, the train will terminate at this station.
At the station.
Okay, this week we are in a parking garage or something in BeamNG.drive.
The dot is important,
Creepy.
just like the dash is important.
and
The dash
T1.
is important.
I recently dug up a picture of at the NEB&W running my T1 and a T-1 together. That was fun. What is that? What are we gonna get copyright
Somebody's
for?
watching a murder mystery in the background.
Anyway, let's cover some things that aren't exactly mysteries. Although, actually, I take that back. This one kind of is. There was a massive fire and a train wreck in Tempe. It's in Arizona. Is it Tempe or Tempe? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know.
Somebody
In
ask
Arizona,
Tyler.
it's probably temp, and it's a high temp.
Yeah. But anyway, Union
East.
Pacific
Dry
on
heat.
Union Pacific on July 29th spurred 5 articles in a row about a wreck and fire involving a bridge collapse and several cars of hazardous materials. Whoever's got the TV in the background, please stop.
I don't know.
East.
Wainwright.
So yeah, hazardous materials, giant fire. We haven't seen a wreck this catastrophic looking in quite a while, although I don't believe anybody was hurt. It's just
Luckily, no one was hurt.
Thankfully. 95 cars, 10 of them were involved. Freight and tank cars, is what they say. 3 tank cars were on the ground under the bridge, 2 of them containing cyclohexanone, a flammable liquid, and 1 contained rubber material. One of the cars containing cyclohexane is leaking into a dry bed and not the river. No tank cars were involved in the fire. Crews were able to stop the leak and remove the debris. So, in other words, it could have been a lot worse. But, man, does that look like the end of the world. Anyway, Norfolk Southern provided us another accident over this period, which was a massive train derailment in Montgomery County. An intermodal train that, well, it really all just sort of piled up and laid down. No hazardous materials involved, nobody hurt, unknown what caused the derailment. Information was kind of scant on this one, actually. But, yeah, that's out of the way. The only other wreck was... What the hell was that? Oh, that was an advertisement of the video. Was, a CP wreck, which involved a collision between 2 trains in Moose Jaw, which is the most Canadian town name ever. It then looks like there was a fire. Because
In Moose Jaw?
kind of burnt, yeah. Things seem a little burned up. So, Yeah, there's a video on that, not the standard article, but anyway, that's your class of mental responsibility. Again, relatively sedate, kind of concerning if you think about it. You gotta wonder what's gonna happen now.
Was last week when we covered? Did you guys cover the bridge collapse?
Bridge collapse?
I just saw the article at a glance. It was a train that wrecked on a bridge, started a fire, the bridge collapsed.
Yeah, that was the UP. That was the UP
UP
one I just covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first one there on the 29th.
I must have missed that.
5 articles on this from different sources that people sent to us. So clearly this has been a huge deal. I'm interested to see if we get like an NTSB report about that or something. Anyway, so aside from the obvious, TJ, TJ's the only one here that was here. Aside from the obvious, TJ, what else have we done over the past couple weeks?
Well, I've been busting my ass and running around in a circle.
Yeah!
We, at long last, after a 14-year restoration, and we mock 1309, RGS 20 made its debut at the Colorado Air Museum. We had a long weekend. I wound up working like 38 hours over the course of 3 days.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Get the money.
We ran plenty of passenger trains. We hauled the public. We hauled donors. We hauled docents, members of our board. We did a photo freight with Trains Magazine. They got a lot of pictures of that. Yeah, it was a fun weekend, a very long weekend.
There was that video that had you driving in it.
Yeah, that was so cool.
I ran some for the photo freight and got to run a little fast.
I know, dude. You look like you were having a blast, though.
It was pretty fun. It was a long weekend, but it was a really enjoyable one.
Rewarding, I bet.
Yeah, it really was. And it's easy for us to sort of consider this as our project and our baby when realistically we've only had it for a year out of the 14 that it's been worked on.
Yeah.
So in that regard, we stand on the shoulders of giants. Everybody at the Strasbourg Railroad that has put work into this thing, all the donors that have put just over $2 million into it over the course of the past decade.
Whew.
All the articles
money.
quoted at 1.5 million, which is what Paul kept repeating, but I'm not sure where that number's coming from. I don't know.
Ask Lynn. Was Lynn there?
Lynn was not. Lynn was supposed to come out. Lynn's family told him that he could not come out.
Aww.
He was gonna burn up some Amtrak miles and come out and see us, but his family effectively grounded him and said, "No, you're not traveling to Colorado."
Damn.
I'm sure he'll see it eventually.
I was gonna guess if he wasn't there, it was because he was busy with the EBT or something.
Yeah.
Not like he has any shortage of stuff to do.
Got my other train. Oh, similar note for EBT, because I don't think we have a news page on this. Dave Dimitrovic from Strasbourg, he worked on 20. He's one of Chris's personal friends.
Yeah.
I met him, I like him. He got hired as CMO of the EBT.
Oh my god.
So they now have a CMO that really knows what he's doing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure Chris isn't going to brag about that at all.
He seemed fairly tame on it. The first thing I did when I found out was texted Chris, it's like, so, you got friends in high places now, huh? Don't forget about us little guys, Holman. I see you.
Don't forget about us. Goodness.
But that's been about it for me.
Yeah,
I've been
my
just
Narrowgauge
completely
talents can be
wrapped
focused elsewhere if needed.
So,
Well, with the chaos of 2020, my family has decided to move out of California. So
Woo!
we're off on the road to Wisconsin.
woo.
Wisconsin.
Packing, I guess.
Woo.
I don't know. I'm like, we're packing up the house. I'm looking forward to this adventure. This is like a big quest that I'm about to embark on. And at this point, I'm just along for whatever comes my way.
Mm.
That's
I'm really looking forward to the change, though. But other than that, there was a private car that came through on 5 yesterday, so I went to go see that. That was pretty neat. Picture
That's
in the
neat.
picture in the podcast group.
That's a New York Central N car, right?
Yeah, it was New York Central End car, and I was like, damn, it's coming from the Central? Okay, I'll go see it.
It's the Portland, which is a weird name
Portland.
for a Central car.
Yeah, well.
It was pretty. And that's like the first private car to run on Amtrak in a long time, too.
I feel like there's a lot less demand for that right now, just like everything else.
Hey, maybe that man just wanted to break for a minute.
I mean, if I had a private car and the money, so much of this time could have just been spent tooling around. Because who's going
Right.
to bother me? What other obligations do I have? If I have a good internet connection in my private car,
Now, I'm curious. Do folks on the private cars, can they go, like, into the Amtrak train and, like, go to the dining car and stuff?
I don't believe so, because if it's superliners, you'd have to have a transition car at the end.
I was going to point that out, but yeah. So realistically, no.
Unless you're very small and can climb between the two cars.
I mean, I guess you could just... I mean, I'm sure it's no big deal to bring and cook your own food on there.
Yeah.
In your own car. I'm sure you might have a kitchen.
Or just have your private car be a superliner.
I don't
Taps
know.
forehead.
Taps
Pretty
for-
soon you could.
Yeah, or you could just have a high level do it.
That's true.
Wonder if they'd be cheap. Like, cheaper than...
Superliners?
Like, cheaper than heavyweights.
I mean,
They'd be easier to get blue card certified, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
because much recently pulled off Amtrak.
Right.
Which we get to talk about Amtrak cars a little later.
Yeah, we'll get to those.
Yeah.
Or
New-
Amtrak other engines.
Yeah, which
New Amtrak stuff.
new Amtrak stuff. It's exciting. They're investing in their stuff.
They're
Going
not... They're just digging their hole deeper.
I mean,
Pretty
it's
much.
good though. It's good that they're investing.
They're
They're
trying.
going.
There
They're
was an
still
attempt.
trying. There is and has been an ongoing attempt.
So we picked up a new meme during the
Oh,
trip,
no.
and this may influence some things that I do in my free time going forward, which is the WOTA quota.
The what?
The WOTA quota.
Maybe gotta fill the water quota.
The Providence and Worcester runs WODA from Worcester to Davisville in the evening, and we wanted to make sure we saw this because, as we termed it, we had to fill the WOTA quota. And now
Okay.
I know where and when to look for this, so it's ever late night and I'm bored, I can go and find WOTA, and then just follow it.
Fill the quota.
Exactly. Which, when we
Fill
went
the
to,
quota, follow WOTA.
Where's Woda?
when we went to chase WOTA, it was just two light engines. So it was kind of...
That's a revenue run right there.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing.
And
But
nothing east, nothing west.
so, but yeah, WOTA quota. That'll probably come up again. I've also been slowly introducing. So we had some rambunctious parties, thanks to the Horsemen plus Shay's friends, all hanging out here, and a couple of them apparently have some latent foaminess. So
Oh dear.
I took one of them to the PN a few days ago, and she had the time of her life. She was like super excited to get to play with trains.
That's kind of
And
adorable.
I was like,
Good.
"Listen,
That's
anytime
wonderful.
you want to
So
come
there
here,
are-
let me know."
There are female rail fans.
Yeah.
They
They
exist.
exist.
She was like, "When I was
Oh, the
young,
DNS has a female. They have female firemen.
Hey, that's what's up.
She was like, "When
I
I
think
was young,
Strasbourg has a few
my
female
They do.
people too.
There's a Facebook group for it,
Yeah.
there was only one."
which I
It was only, I'm pretty sure, out of everyone that was at the rules class for the WWF, total sausage fest except for one person.
Yeah, there's one back.
Yeah.
And she was sitting next to me,
Right.
like too close to me, for COVID, and periodically coughing, and was not wearing a mask. And eventually
Oh,
I
dear.
went and sat somewhere else.
Yeah.
When I realized
Maybe-
what was going on, I was like,
Maybe she was trying to scare you off.
yeah, maybe.
Be gone.
Be gone!
I mean, we were all asserting our dominance by sitting on 7. Instead of in chairs. Which then led to myself being covered in coal dust. And TJ getting a nice, like, black streak on the back of his shirt because he leaned against
Yeah, I was
the
leaning
reverser.
against the. Yeah, I was leaning against the reverser, and
Better than a brown streak.
yeah, that's
fair.
true. It wasn't poop. Could be worse. Could have been poop.
Could have been poop. But yeah, no,
Clearly
that
not what the people want.
It was just choo-choo poops.
that trip in short was just like, oh, we made a plan and then summarily ignored it.
No, why? Choo-choo poop is when they dump out the ash pan.
Gotta go take big poops.
Yeah, I was not when
Boop the snoop.
the horseman trip was planned. I was not expecting what happened.
No, I mean, in terms of the non-horse related stuff, and also just in terms of the organization of the trip or lack thereof.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Steaming Tender.
Yeah.
It was worth it though, sort of.
Sounds like a sick bar.
It has a bar.
Sounds like a sex move.
Steaming tender?
God.
Oh,
Ouch.
God. Ouch.
No, but really, they make really good food.
Yeah, no, they're good.
I'm gonna title the podcast "What is the Steaming Tender" for now. Anyway,
Until a better meal comes along.
yeah, exactly.
I really hope I can go on the trip next year.
I really hope you can too. Did you hear any murmurings? Did you go to the Cats yet?
No.
Ow. When is that?
Potentially later this month.
Okay, because if you hear any murmurings about when it's going to be just general time span, whether it's going to be the 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, then we can organize a trip because I made the map already. I brought in a calendar to use. We're ready to plan Operation Apollo properly
Mm.
For the second time.
for the second time. Well, no, we haven't planned
Wow.
Operation Apollo before. The last one was Operation Gemini. It was just the predecessor, the precursor. And even then, I sort of did my best to not necessarily have stuff that would be repeats. I mean, there's definitely stuff that we want to do, but
I really hope that I'll be able to make it out there next year, too.
I hope
I will be closer. I will be way closer.
That's true. You
probably
will
could
be.
Take
I
one
won't.
train from Chicago, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could just take a train straight from Chicago.
Take the Lakeshore Limited. You'll
Yeah.
go through State Line.
To Thorndale.
We'll go rail fan you.
Dude, lit.
Be on you.
We can go
What?
to State Line, see you come through the tunnel, and then race you all the way back to Worcester and pick you up.
Dude, that'd be sick.
I mean, honestly, the Lakeshore Limited goes so goddamn slow that we'd be able to see you at every single station.
Just chase me back.
That's what we would do. Or,
Get off at the first station.
At every station, I'd come up to the window. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you
We'd
doing?
trade spots.
Dude,
We'd
to be
swap
honest-
over and have TBA drive the car, and we'll take his spot on the train for a stop.
Everyone makes a trade.
At that point, I could just get off the train and get with you guys.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that? Someone
We all
gets
got to
take
ride the train.
Yeah.
It's not a victory unless the
We'll just-
conductor's looking
we'll
at us
just-
going, what the fuck?
We'll just all take turns.
When
MTBA.
some conductors like these tickets are not transferable.
They are now.
Precisely.
Like, you don't look the same as you did last stop.
Damn, you've lost a lot of weight.
Damn, you've gotten a lot taller.
Yeah.
Damn, your hair. What happened to your hair?
Yeah, you really grew your hair out, huh?
Or just walks by and doesn't even think about it. I love what you've done with your hair.
New style?
New style. In the last 20 minutes.
It's a wig, bro.
It's a-
It's a weave.
How to mess with the conductor.
Oh man. No, but I do have hopes. You know, I'll be
Don't.
half the
It's
country
2020.
away. No, I meant to go on the trip.
No, I know, but you said I have hopes, and I said don't. It's 2020.
F.
Oh, God.
Rip.
Yeah. No, I hope that you can make it. I hope that Weibel can make it. I hope everybody can make it. I want this to be the biggest, craziest trip so far. I want it to be a cut above, is what I want.
I know, and we're all
PA Special is going to be hard to beat in terms of size and craziness.
well. Now that
Well-
most of us are all adults, it'd be way easier to budget and make things happen.
Maybe
Uh,
not craziness, but actual activity levels.
Yeah, I know. There's probably going to be more driving than the less compact days, I should say, than the
Also-
Pennsylvania Special, because the Pennsylvania Special we had the virtue of like fitting in 3 things a day.
PA Special was really dense.
Yeah.
When I get out to Wisco, I'm not taking my Versa with me.
Aw.
I'm not
Oh.
taking it.
What are you gonna buy?
I'm gonna buy something more suitable to drive in snow.
I'll see.
Model T's great in snow. Everyone knows that.
I
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
man.
You go from needing to have AC to needing to have a heater.
Yeah.
Well,
well,
you want a heater? What are you, part of the bourgeois?
I'd rather live in a colder climate than a hot one.
Help me,
You can
please.
you can always put on more clothes,
I
but
mean,
you can only get so naked.
Before the police get involved.
depending on how far you... Before the police get called.
Very true. Very
Also
true.
That limit depends on how much pain you can endure.
Well,
Thinking.
I've never been tased, and I don't want to be tased.
Or are you
Yeah,
referring to peeling your skin off?
Yeah, you.
I don't think
You've,
that's better in any circumstance.
That's probably.
I mean, you can cool off.
That's probably.
Well, let me just cool off quickly.
Condition.
Soft skin.
This is how
Hang
we
on, I
can-
need some holes to increase my surface area. Bang, bang, bang.
yes, what it's like to live in Florida. Right, Heath?
I gotta
I mean, you're not wrong.
aerate my insides.
Yeah.
Also, what it's like to be in engineering school.
Yep, me IRL.
Yeah.
And Jader IRL, and past Ellis IRL.
Yep.
And future me IRL.
I found a picture of engineering school Ellis earlier today.
A picture of engineering school, eh?
Ellis, engineering school Ellis.
Oh, engineering school me? Why do you have a
Yes.
picture of engineering school me?
Because it came up.
I have a picture of you on your graduation with your little hat with the train on top of it.
Yo, I found
Oh,
my
that's the thing.
I found my graduation cap and my tassels the other day, and I was like, oh, cool.
Wait. Tassels, plural?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what were you doing with those?
No, like the things you hang off your hat. I had 2 of them
What?
because I got one for graduating in the class of 17, but I also got I got one for playing football all 4 years.
Football.
Football.
So
John Madden.
it's got a football helmet and Titans on. It's actually
John
kind of
Madden. Football.
Well, thank you. I
Football,
now
John
have my
Madden.
new profile picture.
Good. I want that on your Tinder.
Oh, God. Anyway. I'll get all the ladies. All of them.
Yeah, they'll be like, ooh.
Coochie Destroyer.
No, that's
100%
Dean.
destroyed.
No.
Anyway. Well, yes. See,
Yes.
one of these days
He's
we'll
the
get to...
machine.
One of these
In the
days
machine.
we'll get
The
to
machine.
talk about this trip.
I address the council. This be the Admiral, destroyer of Coochie.
Alright, new podcast title.
The Admiral.
The Dadmiral.
The Daddy Merle.
Dadmiral,
The
destroyer
Dadmiral.
of Coochie. Oh my god.
Okay, so have
Are
we
you
done
not
anything...
into trains?
Have we done anything else railroad related
Not in
in the past couple of weeks?
into train.
I've gone casual rail fanning. I've sent the only train I've caught in the 50 times I went out in the thing. It's not very impressive.
It's for the East
YTP East
Coast.
does casual.
But aside from that, I've
to filthy
not done
casual.
anything else. I've been super lazy during quarantine. I haven't had physical contact with another human in 3 months.
F.
There.
What about your family?
I was about to say, except for the people you live with? Question mark.
One's in Rhode Island, the other one's in DC.
Fair.
Then who the hell? Who made
No.
you a sandwich the other day?
He was answering you, not me.
Yeah.
It was a long distance sandwich delivery. Okay.
Yeah, I got it through the mail. It was nicely heated up and grilled
DoorDash.
through the Florida
You got
heat.
it, you got it DoorDashed.
That's
Dude,
from
my
Rhode
DoorDash
Island.
was good.
It's like, where do you want me to deliver this? Florida. What?
Florida.
What?
Now hit the road. It's gonna get cold.
No, get driving. It's getting cold.
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, we did see some stuff. I now know a lot more about the province of Worcester's operations than I did previously, which means that I should be able to go out and see them.
Possibly.
Except weekdays is when they run, and also when I work. So it makes it a little more difficult.
Simple. Don't work.
Yeah, I'd love to. Alright.
You don't need money.
I don't need money. Anyway, alright. So
Money.
if that's... Yes, I like money.
Excellent.
Alright, so... What are we doing then? If are we moving on from this section?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Before we get totally off topic again. So, East, my boy.
He 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 he.
What would you like to do for Locomotive Versus?
Wait, we didn't do.
Well, I was gonna have him pick and then do the thing.
Fair enough.
I kind of want to do Skook for a skunk.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Yeah, oh boy. Alright,
Skonks.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for... Alright, so who's gonna represent what?
Hold on. If it's 40,
I need to find pictures.
Oh,
of this.
no.
Oh.
it is.
Uh-oh.
It's the skunk.
Yes,
Oh
the
no!
skook versus the skunk. Why do we have
Skunks.
this? I mean, I'm not opposed to this versus, but this is the
Oh, it's
most
tiny.
incongruous versus we've ever done, maybe.
I don't like. Oh god! 45's
Anonymous
gonna get
Dumbo
ruined.
octopus? Ouch, that's mean to the octopus.
Dumbo.
Dumbo.
I'm the
See,
Dumbo.
I'm the Dumbo.
California Western 45.
Also, I got gifted
What are you doing?
a pineapple soap dispenser.
Nice.
I'm sorry, 45. You're gonna die.
Oh, that's Skookum.
What?
Alright, let's get...
I'm looking at pictures.
Can we get the
of these two
pictures
that I-
in... Can we put the pictures in the Terminus podcast chat?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna fill in some of these other ones.
Un momento, por favor.
Per favor.
Goodbye, 45.
Also, just as another aside,
Oh,
Oh,
that?
that's 45.
just as
Oh, okay, I'm looking at definitely the wrong picture then.
Wait, how is that even fair? Isn't the Skookum LA?
it's
Yeah,
not a
but it's
very
a
large one.
2442.
It's not a very
Oh,
large
okay.
It's not exactly big.
Also,
The number of axles.
The fucking smile. That damn smile.
Smile, thank
Oh,
you.
the sideways smile.
Yeah, look how it's not even symmetrical. It's like an actual cartoony
It's-
grin.
Why will it look
It is.
exactly like your Minecraft skin?
It's that grin.
Yeah, that damn grin.
That
Don't we have the
smile,
same
that
smirk?
damn
We
smile.
kind of do, yeah.
Dude,
But I get a pass because I'm Captain Kirk.
I don't know how this showed up.
What?
Skook versus skunk. Who thought of
Somebody
this?
came up with this, and I can only blame you and Milky. That's my only thought.
It had to be Milky.
I think it was more than one person was at fault here. Anyway, we've
I
got...
vaguely recall helping with the pun, but
The skunk
well, not even
train.
the pun, but the wordplay.
So we've got this thing.
Are they both standard gauge?
Yes.
Okay, that makes it a lot
We've
easier.
got this thing. The tiny wheeled Mikado. Extra chonk boiler. The skunk train. And on the other hand, we have Skookum.
Skook train.
Skookum, 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 Skookum.
Skonks.
Literally, there's no reason not to repeat the name as many times as possible. Because
Skook.
it's Skookum.
Skook, 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 skookum.
But it becomes cum after too much longer.
Yo, does Skookum have a... Wait, we'll save that for later. I was going to ask a question.
Don't blow this. Alright, who's going first?
I don't stand a chance.
Also, who's representing Skook?
If no one takes it, I guess I will.
Alright, East. You're representing Skook.
Alright,
TVA
Alright,
is representing
East, let's-
Skunk.
let's do this.
Let's do this TBA.
Skunk.
Let's close the Mikado page. Let's go.
Let's go
Quit
first.
cheating.
No, I was trying to copy the name.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'm actually gonna say Skunk Train can go first, because I feel like he's at a distinct disadvantage.
Oh, God. Alright, let's go with your engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase is 33.
I've got 2850.
Ooh.
That's actually a lot closer than I thought.
Oh, you know what? I misunderstood slightly. Alright, so the skunk gets a point. It's gonna be tough it's tough for me to tell which one is which just by glancing at the table down here. So I hopefully don't screw up the scorekeeping. Alright, TBA?
What's your weight on drivers?
Weight on drivers is
Wad.
129,850.
120,000 flat.
Ooh,
Ooh.
not bad.
Alright. Ready for the next one?
Yep.
What's your total engine weight?
Total engine
It's
and
like-
tender weight.
No,
Right.
just engine weight.
Oh, engine weight? That's 162,650.
I'm at 150,000 flat.
Nice. The skunk is off to a lead here. Which is not exactly what I expected.
Alright, what's your minimum weight of rail?
Minimum weight of rail is 54.
50.
Mm,
You know what's something I'm realizing? You guys have the same number of wheels.
we do.
Yes.
Alright.
Ooh, I'm definitely not asking that question.
I wonder what he's looking at.
Gee.
What's it gonna be, TBA?
I don't know. Ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
Ooh,
Okay, that would be 0.32.
Oof, I got 0.42.
that's good.
That's better.
Yep, larger is better here.
Oh,
It tends to imply better weight distribution.
okay, so I won that one.
You won that one. You're up 5-0.
What's your tender loaded weight?
Tender loaded weight? Tender loaded is 80,350.
I have 86,000.
Ooh.
Oof, you got a fatter tender. Well, I also know what's that's not.
Wait a minute,
now.
you do?
Doesn't look
How did
like
you
it.
lose that? I'm looking at your tender compared to
Oh, are
his.
you an oil burner?
Maybe it's a. I think
That's
it's a-
how.
That's how.
It is an oil
Yeah,
burner.
that makes a lot.
Wait,
that makes
but
sense.
is Skookum? What
I don't know
does
if
Skookum
Scoop-
burn?
Everything.
That was dumb.
Everything.
I don't know. It looks like I have
Fire?
a
Rolls with the dam.
I don't know. Let's see.
It burns the damned. Jesus. Alright, well, Skookum, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly be like that.
Bye.
Low pressure cylinders.
Oh, God.
Hold on, I gotta find that.
No. That's
You don't have
technically
that. Unless you have a
okay.
magical
So here's
thread
the
cylinder.
deal with doing low pressure cylinders here, because it's locomotive versus and not Loco Royale. You don't automatically win when the other person doesn't have a stat. However, you can bring this up in the style points and get a point for it there.
Oh, okay.
What, Jack?
Let's do.
Doge.
I don't like any of those. Builder.
Baldwin?
Oh no, Baldwin.
Skook
And
looks
the-
like it burns oil.
And the skunk gets it back.
Yeah, the Skook burns oil.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
No.
So we're both oil burners, so
Yeah.
we can ask. Tender.
You can ask fuel
Fuel.
capacity. But, so TBA,
In
your
theory.
move.
How many road numbers did you have?
Numbering class. Is that what you're
Or-
asking?
No,
Or-
I have a thing here for road numbers.
That isn't a stat. We've never done that.
Thinking
I
emoji?
mean, I mean,
White
listen,
notification, TBA.
listen. I appreciate the ingenuity. However,
Alright. What's your factor of adhesion?
Oh no. 5.28.
Ooh, I got
That is-
3.98.
Oh, that's really good.
3.98.
That is really good. Man, I took the wrong engine.
My God.
why would you? Well, I know why they built this, but all right, skunk.
What are your high pressure cylinders?
15 by 22.
19 by 24!
Yeah, his cylinders are Skookum's main cylinders are tiny. The high pressure
It doesn't
cylinders.
look, I don't know, they look bigger than these ones.
My low pressure cylinders are massive.
Yeah, the low pressures are chunk. The high pressures are little baby ones.
Okay. I'm not asking this one.
You should ask that one.
No.
Yes.
I don't even. What's your boiler pressure?
Hey, TBA.
Yeah.
200.
So your tender was heavier, right?
Yeah. I think. Let's go tender weight.
Yeah, no, his
Tender
Tender
loaded
loaded
weight.
weight was 86,000.
80,000.
yeah, so his tender was heavier. That's the one thing the Skookums won so far. All right, but he asked.
I asked
Boiler pressure.
boiler pressure.
200.
Ouch, 180.
Oh, the Skookum wins
Okay.
another one. So it's 2 to 7. Skookum, how are you
Robert-
gonna pull this out?
Literally every other option.
I need to pull up the cheat sheet real quick, but in the meantime, I'm going to do Robert Lemessina's power.
Yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba.
5,220.
5660.
Ooh. Skookum.
Is this the
not
cheat sheet?
far.
This is the cheat sheet. Okay, I need to see what a certain stat
He's
is
just cheating.
calculated.
He's cheating.
Bastard.
And
We did make a sheet of like which stats you need to get higher on and which ones you need to get lower on. So that's what he's looking at.
I don't think I'd win that stat, so I'm not going to ask it. Same as above, but superheater percentage.
6107.
You have a superheater?
You don't?
I don't know. I
Uh,
do have a superheater. I got. Yes.
okay. 5660.
6107.
All right. The
I
skunk.
missed it. Did we do tender capacity stuff?
No, we did not.
No.
All right, so the skunk wins that one, I guess.
Can I do combined heating surface?
Of course you can.
All right. East, what is your combined heating surface?
1929. I mean,
Good year.
1959.
Less good year.
2056.
Unknown year.
The skunk wins that one too. That was not what I expected, but I guess your barrel is very thick.
What is your evaporative heating surface?
That would be the same, 1959.
We're looking at the same,
Evaporated heating surface.
because mine is little. Okay.
Oh,
well,
are
I
you
only
looking at
have two.
evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
That's a different stat.
Oh, there's evaporative heating surface up there. Okay.
Yeah,
So for that
435.36.
Okay, wait, now I'm confused.
Which one do you want to do, TBA?
Heating surface, not the cylinder volume, just heating surface.
Evaporative heating surface. That's it. 1959.
Fuck, I only have 1700.
1700.
Because of all that space for the superheater.
Damn.
All right, Skook, you're still behind by 5.
I don't want to ask that. I think it's... That's...
Microphone taps.
Let's try something. It's probably not going to go well for me, but... Firebox area.
158.
Oh, 106. Yikes.
Ouch!
That's
Whoa!
way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Ouch! That's a lot
kick
worse
in the-
than I thought it was going to be.
I know that's why I was avoiding that. I thought Skookum had a bigger firebox.
I guess not.
What's your gray area?
28.3.
29.
Okay, that was close.
That was close.
It's a lot closer, but...
Alrighty.
I have a question for you guys.
We have the answer.
Maybe.
Year built?
Oh boy.
1909.
Oh, that explains some things.
1924.
Okay,
That explains a lot of things.
yeah. Alright, anyway. Moving on.
Alright. What's your valve gear?
Wall shirts.
Same here.
Alright, it goes back to the Skookum.
Okay, now I honestly don't know what I can ask.
Well, I have a question. I
Uh,
have another question.
okay.
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter is 48.
TVA.
44.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, I did win that one.
it's now 12 to 5. Skookum, you still got it. You're only behind by 7. You can do this.
7!
Definitely can't do that. Definitely can't do that. Don't want to do that. That won't get me any points.
We are 3 points away from being able to go to style points. What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna do tractive F or
That's a good idea.
TVA, what's
30,127 pounds.
24,600.
Oh! I'm much less
Alright.
impressed by Skookum at this point.
I didn't think-
Skookum for perspective is just slightly stronger than 20.
Jesus.
See, I didn't have high hopes for 45 because the last time I used it, I got wrecked.
Yeah, you got rinsed. And Skookum
Okay.
is... Well,
So if we already did a stat, I can ask what his stat was for that. Even like not as a point or anything. I just want to know what his stat was for this because I can't remember.
I mean,
If you
yeah.
move to style points, yeah.
Well, no, like he can ask...
If it's something you've already asked, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
TBA, what was your weight on drivers?
Weight on drivers was 120,000 flat.
Okay, and what was your engine weight again?
150,000.
He's doing the math. He's doing the
I was gonna
math.
say, sees the numbers.
He's figuring it out on his own.
Can we go to style points?
No, we're 2 points away.
Oh, that's
Whose ball is that?
Skunk.
Okay, LSML's weight
Oh wait,
computation.
so alright, Skook. Yeah, okay. That's weight on. Sorry, that's total engine weight divided by weight on drivers, right?
I think.
Yeah, it's engine. Yeah,
Engine weight and then divided by weight on drivers.
yeah, engine weight divided by weight on drivers. Okay. Wait.
Engine weight 150.
Yeah.
50,000.
No, wait, sorry, it's the other way around, isn't it? It's total.
In the sheet it says engine weight divided by weight on drivers in the cheat sheet.
Okay.
Like, give me 1.25.
That's
That's
that is.
backwards. It's backwards. It should be the other way around. Please.
So weight on drivers divided by
Weight on
engine
drivers
weight.
divided by engine weight.
Okay.
Because you're going to get a percentage. You're going to get, less than 1.
0.8.
Oh, I can't do this. Okay, and then let me just do some quick more math. Copy and paste. That's the wrong way around.
Yeah, you need to get less than 1.
Mike?
I love when this comes up, just for the chaos.
0.79.
Oh!
Poop, I did the...
TBA wins by 0.01.
By that much!
Alright, one more point.
Thank you, TJ.
What did TJ do?
Posted in the chat.
He's trying now, yes.
Don't you worry about me. Right here.
Also, I'm just now realizing, is the inlay on 45 purple?
I think it's like a gray.
It looks purple to me.
It's supposed to be gray, but it kind of gets purple.
I think it looks purple probably because of the contrast between the red and the...
I'm going to isolate this
Alright.
color once I find a good enough picture of it.
So, what is your axle loading? Oh wait, there's nothing in there. Okay, never mind. Nice.
What you gonna do? What's it gonna be?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
I think we
Didn't we do that
do
already?
that. Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, we should have done skunk tree number 46.
Which one is that?
it's their
Oh
duplex.
Lord!
It's kind of train 46.
Yeah, because this thing wouldn't kill Skookum even
Scoop it to
harder.
the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Wait, why
thing.
is 45 in that image the
45 used to be the
melee?
duplex.
Yeah.
The Malay.
Like the number board says
chunk,
45.
chunk.
The number
board
plate
Maybe it
says
was
says
45.
meant to be
46.
the melee versus Scoop.
Hey, East. What's your power L1?
3764.
9543.
Holy
Oh my
Jesus!
God.
Alright, style points.
All right, stop.
Okay,
Hey,
first
listen,
one.
I
no
think
pressure
he's dead.
cylinders.
I think he's dead. Yeah. So, East gets one for being a compound. Sorry. Yeah. He is a compound.
I get one
Also-
for white walls.
That's just paint.
Yeah.
correct?
You both get paint
We
job
both have
points.
paint. Yeah.
Hashtag it is green.
It is green.
Skook has a pilot on the rear of the tender, which is kind of neat.
All right.
At least I think it
45
does.
has that
Train
damn
model does.
smile.
That damn
Yeah,
smile. Yeah, can we give it a
smile.
point for that smile? That damn
The
smile.
damn smile.
Actually, Skookum also gets a. 45 gets a point because it has piston valves, not slide valves. Also,
Skookum
another.
gets a point because the low pressure cylinders are counterbalanced.
Oh, that is true. They are.
I'll take it.
Counterbalance. 45 gets
Can
a point. Sorry. Go
can
ahead.
45 get a point for being in a movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
What movie?
having two sand domes.
It was in the Q-Star America's Greatest Scenic Railways movie. I had the whole set. There's a whole movie on the California Western.
Yeah, that's a,
if that counts.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
What? But it's in a movie.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
a
not.
train movie, though. It's not like a movie that's a documentary about trains.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different if it showed up in Indiana Jones or something.
Well, then it has not been a movie star.
I was about to ask if Skookum had a number, because I noticed Skookum is painted where the number goes. But it does. Number 7.
It's number 7.
I have a name.
So does Skookum.
No, I am Skookum.
Sorry, Derp.
You are
Yeah,
Skookum.
He is Skookum.
And Skunk, as I'm looking at the image, doesn't have a name, but please prove me wrong. Actually, don't prove me wrong, but please correct me if I'm
Prove
wrong.
me wrong, I dare you.
Yeah, I mean, Skookum gets a name, but 45 has a little skunk drawn on the tender.
Yeah, we're gonna give
And
it,
he's in a cute little
we're gonna give it
conductor's
skunk
uniform.
points.
He's so cute. Yeah.
Is that Pepe Le Pew? I see the heart. Or
No, it's not a heart, it's a little conductor's uniform.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Pepe Le Pew holding a big red heart.
No, let me see if I can find the logo.
I've run excursions.
You both do.
Oh, okay.
You both still operate. Although Skookum is a much newer restoration.
Look at him!
Oh, you're talking about the skunk? Yeah.
TM.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, why is
He's
it
on-
TM?
He's on the tender.
Oh, who
Yep.
knows?
Well, because it's the California skunk train skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's their mascot.
Skunks.
Skunk,
Chuck E. Cheese is probably
I have a
copyrighted.
model.
Eat your heart out, Chuck E. Cheese.
TM.
Didn't
I bet there's a mo- is there-
release a
there
Scoop
has to
model
be.
for trains? Wasn't it like Trains Forge or something?
Yeah,
we
Trains
do have
Forge
a
released
Skookum
a
model,
skunk
yeah.
model.
Trains model. HO model.
GVA, do you know if you have any of those? I don't feel like you do.
I'm looking. I don't.
Hang on.
TVA also has a
They
spark
did
arrestor.
make a brass 45. Although it technically wasn't 45, it's a Baldwin 70-ton logging Mikado.
Yeah, whatever. Call it. Well, it's 10 to 20.
Yikes. And yeah, Skookum does have a plow on the back.
Also, I just want to point this out. This is one of the only Malays I've seen where the headlight is still mounted high.
Star point for headlight placement.
No, because that's not helpful.
Oh, Skookum does get the point from lots of sand.
Okay, I'm
Sand
back.
point.
What did I
No,
miss?
but TVA has 2 sand domes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Doors.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I mean, Skookum has 3 technically, but the 2 front ones are very small.
Oh, those are sandboxes?
Those are sandboxes.
I see. Oh, okay. I'll take that point. I'll call it even.
The
Do I
California
get a-
Western
do I get
has
a
rail
style?
bikes.
Yeah. Do I get a style point for like the diamond spark arrestor?
Yeah, I gave you a point for the spark arrestor.
Did Skookum
Can I have
get a
a-
point for a cap?
Hey, 45 has ditch lights.
Yeah, I have a cap, I think. Do I?
45? What do you mean 45 has ditch
Can I
lights?
see a picture
They
of the
have-
ditch lights?
They have ditch lights under the footboards for when they go through their tunnels.
Do
I
they?
I need a picture.
Yeah.
I remember this coming up, but I need a picture
They
of it.
really do.
Hang on. Yeah, I need this. Furious Google foo.
Yeah,
Furious googling.
I need to see this. These are such... This is a pair of real bizarre engines.
Yeah,
Just throwing it out there.
very unique.
Do I get a point for having a porch the size of someone's front lawn?
I mean, look at that.
You could have like a family dinner on it.
Yes.
They might have.
Now I want to. Life goal.
So you and Milky and Chris?
And me? What do you mean?
Yes.
I was the OG.
Family. Were you?
Yes, the Pennsylvania Special.
I mean, I have flags, but like,
Remember Chris couldn't ride Amtrak?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he became my son.
Yeah, I thought we determined that Weibel was his father.
Yeah, but I was the mother.
Oh.
How
Are
dare
you?
you?
We
I thought that's what we
established
decided.
okay, well, this is. I think we're gonna need to do a DNA test.
All right, let's go.
I
Let's
hate
get
to
on
say it,
Maury
but I
right
thought
now.
he was Milky's child.
Yeah. Oh no.
Go-gauge model.
You know it's bad when you're not sure who the mother was.
Hey, man.
I'm still seeing no pictures of ditch lights.
I am seeing the pictures of ditch lights.
I can't find them either. But there was a shot in that video in that documentary I was telling you about where they had them on when they were going through the tunnel, but I can't find them.
Don't make me put the DVD in right now.
America's historic steam railroad.
Steam route. I literally have it sitting behind me
Do
in that
you?
disc drive. Yeah,
I have the VHS
Yup.
downstairs.
I have a VHS at my parents' place.
I have the DVD.
Hang on. Here's a video of them coming through their tunnel.
We're doing so much
I've
research.
got to watch an ad
on
about Slick Shady first.
one completely inconsequential style point.
Hey, man. It'd be a neat style point because it's so pointless.
I mean, yeah. What was
Watch
It
it
has
that?
ditch lights. Why?
It has ditch-
You see it?
No. I said that was not a confirmation.
Oh,
I've yet to find it.
We had a tunnel collapse in 2013.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a style point.
No, that's definitely not.
Man, I can't find it.
California Western.
Listen, if anybody that's watching this podcast can determine if the skunk
Here,
train has
here,
ditch
Here,
lights.
I found it.
Oh god.
Oh God.
You can fucking see the ditch lights bright as fucking day.
Oh my god.
My God.
They're not even.
That is not where I expected them to be.
They're not even level.
I was looking like under the pilot,
No,
hidden
I told you
behind
they
everything.
were under the footboards, under the
Under the running boards.
Running
yeah,
boards.
the running.
Yeah, now that I look, you can see him in the other pictures.
Oh my god.
And look, here's another picture. Oh, there
My
it is.
God, it has ditch lights. Why?
Here's a third one, just to fucking.
There's the second one.
Now I
Now
can't
I'll have
help
to
but see it with like a Downs face with the
Oh,
smirk
God.
and the two eyes spread off to the side.
It has ditch lights.
There's tit lights? Ooh.
Tit-
Ditch lights. Hey.
And before we mount a pair of headlights on the I-1.
Yes.
Yeah. She's got a real pair of high beams. Anyway,
The Honka Bankaloons!
Dear Lord.
alright. So,
So there, we got that.
I'm gonna call that a day.
Got that
The
big
skunk
buckle
train has
settled.
beaten Skookum by 10 points.
Damn right she did. That a girl.
Anyway, so let's cast our votes. I'm gonna
Mine's
vote
green.
for the Skookum because it's Skookum and it doesn't look quite as dumb.
No, how dare you?
Have you seen the ditch lights?
Also, the
How
tiny wheels.
effing dare
Right,
you?
this thing it's so disproportionate. No offense, but
That's why I like it. It's nice and low slung.
yeah, this is the lowrider of Mikados.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
I would love to see this on the Valley.
It looks like it's like supposed to be 3 foot or something like that. It's
It looks like the type of locomotive they would convert to 3
yeah.
foot.
Yeah. Yeah, but how big that
Tyler,
barrel is
make it-
already? It looks like it was supposed to be 5 foot.
Tyler, make
Yeah.
it in 2 foot.
No.
Keep the boiler size the same, but just shrink the wheels.
That would be the chunkiest 2-footer.
Alright, so
So I
who
think, I think
has
there were
it?
a couple 2 foot. No, we're not
Still not
going.
as chunky as the A22 foot.
Not going on that tangent.
Who hasn't voted?
Skunk, I vote
Skookum.
skunk.
Alright, we got 2 for Skookum.
Damn, I got a pity vote.
I vote skunk.
Alright, so it's 2 to... Skunk by the points, 20 to 10. Skookum by the votes, 2 to 1.
Such a good year. Can we go back in time?
Anyway,
Only 90s kids remember.
Hey, we won though.
Yeah.
Took the dub.
And we got that one off the list, which it's been there for
That one's been there forever.
That one's
Yeah.
been there a while.
Anyway,
Okay,
all right.
just out of curiosity, what's your local base ID?
I already closed the page. My
Oh.
bad.
Okay, never mind. I'll look
Okay,
it up
I'll
myself.
I'll disclose this. One of them was in the 4,000s. The other one was in the 14,000s.
Oh, I'm in the 4,000.
Oh.
I should have asked that.
Oh,
Anyway, you know what else has been there for a real long time? And now is going to not be there anymore? Actually, I think I talked about this last week.
I think we've
What?
talked about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Crook Point Bascule Bridge in East Providence is due to be torn down. This is just sort of a
Uh-huh.
confirmation of it. If you ever want to see the, quote, stuck-up bridge, now's the time. I made sure everyone got the chance to say goodbye to it on the trip, because it's probably not going to be there next time. And as for drawbridges that are going away, hopefully. The Portal Bridge. Let's talk about the Portal Bridge.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes?
If they're taking away a drawbridge, what are they? It's the railway drawbridge, right?
Yeah, but they don't. There's no connection anymore. They don't need it.
Well, for that
okay.
one.
I was like,
Well,
I know
yeah.
I know there's the one that the NEC runs over.
Oh, yeah, that's somewhere else.
That's
Oh,
this. That's the Portal Bridge. So, the Crook Point Bridge is a disused bridge in East Providence. The Portal Bridge is an extremely used bridge in New Jersey.
Yes.
The board of the New Jersey Transit voted unanimously to enter into an agreement with Amtrak at Monday evening. And Amtrak is the owner of the bridge, and this could mean breaking ground next spring for replacement Portal North Bridge. So, it's timely because this thing keeps breaking. It actually broke the other day. It is nice because in the wake of COVID, this is a job generator. They point out that this is going to create almost 8,000 direct jobs to build this new bridge. And they're going to be working on it joint-wise because they're the two people that tend to use it. And they're looking at a bunch of grant funding. In February, the FTA raised the bridge's rating, which means that they could get up to $811 million in funding.
Whew.
So,
That's a lot of money.
jeez.
New Jersey Transit and Amtrak have agreed to finance $1.65 billion. And New Jersey agreed to fund $600 million through the State Economic Development Authority bonds. This is almost as critical as the Hudson River tunnels, in that it is a nuisance, but if it were to break, it would not be a downright catastrophe for a long period of time. That said, it is a huge choke point. As previously mentioned, it tends to get stuck every time they open it, or whenever they need to open it.
Nice.
They do have to open it rather frequently because it's on a busy shipping channel, and it's on the Northeast Corridor outside of New York City, so it's a very busy rail corridor.
Neck.
Yeah. So much so that we previously reported on this. The Coast Guard banned the bridge from opening during the peak AM and PM commutes. Because it's just that unreliable.
How? What?
The Navy.
The Coast Guard said...
Coast Guard?
Mhm. The Coast Guard effectively said no ships are allowed through here during the AM and PM peak hours, so that they don't have to
What are
open
the
that
hours?
bridge. Because if they...
What are the
Interesting.
hours?
Yeah.
Oh, so is the Coast Guard in charge of opening and closing the bridge?
I know Amtrak
They're
is...
probably just in charge of the shipping lane.
Yeah. They're in charge of the waterway. I don't know who actually...
What are the hours?
Rush
probably-
hour?
Yeah, probably
5 to 8, and 5 to 8
Six-
probably
Yeah,
in the morning.
Like 6 to 9.
Midnight
and,
to
like,
11:59.
all the time.
7 days a week.
And if
You
we're
have
talking
1
about
minute.
if we're talking about bridge closures, how could we not talk about the wonderful thing that happened in Philadelphia this past week? The Vine Street Expressway, which is I-676, remains closed in both directions from the Schuylkill Expressway to Broad Street after a construction barge and 2 hopper barges broke free and wedged under the bridge.
You say
Oh.
Skookum Road?
Schuylkill.
Or Skookum?
Schuylkill.
Oh.
Skookum.
Schuylkill.
So, I believe they also... Yeah. So, when the barges started running away and they hit the bridge, they weren't sure if they were going to get free and hit the next bridge down or whatever. And SEPTA shut down all regional rail service.
Nice.
So
All I can picture is the barges, quote, running away towards the bridge. No.
Someone stop that man!
somebody stop
It's
that.
gonna hit in an hour or two.
Gonna hit.
Yeah. I mean, that's about how it is when you get a runaway barge. It's like, well, there it goes.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just wait until it stops, and then we can go get it. Yeah. It made me bring up a video from a couple of years ago of ice dislodging some barges on the Hudson River, and they crashed into the Livingston Avenue drawbridge. Which, speaking of drawbridges on the past trip, in the span of a single day, we got to see a lift bridge go up, we got to see a swing bridge turn, and we got to see a bascule bridge go up.
You got to see I think you got to see the swing bridge swing when you were out here.
Brig.
Swing bridge.
We got to see the yellow bridge go up.
Lift.
Anyway, has anyone got any other bridge-related news?
Not necessarily bridge-related, but bridge-related.
Question.
Okay.
Kansas City Southern was approved to have a second international bridge into Mexico to help improve traffic flow in between the two countries. The bridge is going to cross from Laredo, Texas into Mexico. So KCS is expanding.
What? That's impossible. They don't exist.
The crossing is estimated to take 23 to 30 trains per day.
Wow.
Holy cow. How much stuff are we shipping to and from Mexico?
It's all the cocaine, my guy.
Avocados to Mexico.
That's Colombia.
Well, it's got to go through Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Aliens.
Not necessarily. You come by sea.
Yeah. Also, isn't Colombia on the other side of the Darien Gap, so it literally can't?
The who?
The Darien Gap is like the part in Central America where there are no roads or rails through. At all.
Well, yeah, but
Whatsoever.
getting seized by ship is a lot easier. It's more common than getting seized by boxcar.
Is it, though?
And that's why you don't ship cocaine on a train.
This has been Lessons in International Drug Trafficking with Bible.
Now you know.
The more you
So
know.
you're like, it's all the cocaine. Why? No.
Anyway.
We're not trying
a
to
lot of
traffic
trains.
drugs here on the Terminus.
This
Yeah,
is not an
that's
endorsement of arson.
Speak of fire,
Oh, no.
the locomotive 924, I think it's Northern Pacific, little 060 up in Washington.
It's cute.
Yeah, it is very cute. It's begun
wait.
testing at the Northwest Railway Museum. And it's a really neat engine. It is going to burn. Anybody want to guess what the fuel of choice for this engine is?
Bituminous pucks.
Damned.
I was going to say biofuel.
It's not biofuel. I didn't hear any of the others.
Pacific employees.
It is not employees, no.
Souls of the
Oh,
damned.
maybe.
It's not the Souls of the Damned, that's 20.
Those who couldn't fit into A20.
Not that. No,
No,
this
I don't
engine
know.
will burn Duraflame log.
Nice. Just go to Stop and Shop.
Because apparently oil is too expensive, and they have a connection with the Duraflame plant
Oil
to
is-
get the rejects.
There's a
That's
railroad
awesome,
museum.
actually.
So it's going. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work at all. We'll see.
I had
That's
such a good
amazing.
transition.
The Duraflame engine.
I just now realized I had such a good transition from cocaine into my next article, which is
Oh.
the Union Pacific Railroad would no longer work with ICE.
Oh.
So don't ship with KCS, ship with UP.
Many questions just happened.
So, I mean, yeah.
So that's how you get it across the border. You ship it with UP, not KCS.
Well, well, your questions?
Wait. What involvement does Union Pacific have with ICE?
The railroad
Why-
police collaborate, I guess?
I guess.
Well, I think for a while there was an issue of people riding the trains into the US.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's the biggest one. That's the big
Yeah,
question.
the ATLU complained to Union Pacific that And in 2019, they alleged that railroad police had arrested people and transferred them to ICE. So now you're just stuck with the railroad people.
Dumb question. Is that not the job of the railroad police?
What else
I-
do you have to do with them?
Okay, but yeah, the question is, were these people that were supposed,
It's supposed to be handed to
I
ICE.
feel like if the ACLU is getting involved, it's because there was some concern that the people that the Union Pacific Road Police were handing over to ICE probably didn't need to be handed over to ICE. Also,
Who is hopping trains over the Mexican border that doesn't need to be handed over to ICE?
probably all sorts of morons. And also,
Commuters.
we don't know that they were just grabbing people from the Mexican border.
That's fair.
I mean, far be it from railroad police to be unreasonable.
Yeah, but like...
Okay.
I don't know.
So in the article, it says Union Pacific Police will not use a person's, in quotations, suspected immigration status,
Suspected.
end quotation, as a factor to whether they detain them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
I mean-
but can you use the fact that they're trespassing and on the train as a factor in detaining them?
I mean, I would assume so.
And then if
Yeah.
you suspect that they're illegal, can you hand them to ICE?
I guess they just aren't gonna bother with the last step. They're just gonna prosecute them as you were
Okay.
on the train. So we're just, they're gonna stay in their lane.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Clearly, there was some problem with them staying in their lane, so now they're gonna do that.
Okay. I'm
Anyway,
realizing this engine doesn't have any brake shoes on it.
well, that's alarming.
Something CSX 8888.
Hey, we have other KCS articles. Speaking of which, East has one.
I can't zoom
I
down on this.
don't.
Yes, you do.
I do. Haha.
Don't.
Flawless.
Flawless execution. So a private equity firm is considering takeover bid from Kansas City Southern. A group of buyout investors are considering taking over KCS for a deal estimated at the value of $20 billion.
Ew, that's late stage capitalism right there.
Yeah, Blackstone Group Incorporated and Infrastructure and Global Infrastructure Partners, it's all one company, are exploring a deal to buy out KCS.
But why?
See, every time KCS falters a little bit, everyone's like, "Buy KCS." That's why. That's why.
And in the article, guess what? It talks about the road crossing to Mexico.
Not surprising.
Road crossing
they-
to Mexico.
There
They
we go.
said they experienced a rapid decline of volume despite having to transport 30 trains a day over that new bridge. So, I don't understand this.
I do like that bridge.
Thank you. We also have another one, but it's a Trainsmag article, so I just threw it in the cargoes. I want to talk about an interesting acquisition. So, it's fun to point out that purchase would mean KCS would be going private. This, on the other hand, is exactly the opposite. So, as we know, and as we've discussed previously, Pan Am is up for sale. Yes, the whole thing. Who's going to buy Pan Am? Who knows? Maybe Norfolk Southern. Maybe Elon Musk. Who could possibly want to purchase this ramshackle New England Railroad?
At the Harrison's grave.
Yeah. Here's what is...
A man from Vermont.
Yeah, here's what... Bernie! Here's what
Yeah,
made
Bernie.
me a particularly interesting article about, well, what if New England buys it?
Oh!
Patriots?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Robert Kraft...
Bill Belichick runs
Yeah.
the best railroad known to man.
The Patriots are going to be the first football team in a long time to have a dedicated train.
In a long time.
The Patriot train.
I was going to say, I don't know if there has been another one, but I assume in the infancy of football, maybe some college did that. I don't know. I couldn't rule out that it had happened. But anyway, it is quite a lengthy article. The long and short of it is, here are 4 things, here are the points of, this is the kind of shape Pan Am is in right now. This is, these are the things that would need to be worked on, these are the problems that they've had in the past, and this is the reason why we should look at doing a public purchase of Pan Am. Which, honestly, of all the railroads of this scale, perhaps, Pan Am probably makes a lot of sense. I mean, you've got a couple of passenger routes. Well, you've got the Downeaster, I suppose. You've got a passenger route which is doing alright, and a couple of others that the states would like to see happen. I know New Hampshire wants passenger trains, and Maine wants more passenger trains, but
We need more two-foot.
but Pan Am isn't about that, and, blah, blah, blah.
Well, also, I mean, even
So-
the MBTA operates on their track too.
Yeah, that's true.
So when they say the public would buy Pan Am, what specifically would buy it?
So it would probably
Would there be a commission formed?
Yeah, so just as we have the Northern New England Passenger Rail Association, or whatever it is, the group that advocates for and effectively operates the Downeaster, you would probably have a similar group formed out of the New England states that would then purchase, or, get a hold of in some way, hostile takeover, who knows, Pan Am. And so then it would be run via this group, which would then be backed by the state governments of New England. Except for, I guess, Connecticut. And, well, I guess you don't need Connecticut or Rhode Island, but either way.
Because we don't have any Pan Am
Yet.
until they buy P&W.
Yeah. Listen, if this went through and then G&W wanted to get rid of Providence and Worcester and then the public Pan Am bought it, I'd be all for that.
Well, the public Pan Am is going to have to compete with Norfolk Southern because they are also thinking about purchasing Pan Am.
Yeah, do we have an article on this?
We do.
Excellent. Tell me about it.
NS currently has a joint venue with Pan Am called the Pan Am Southern, which includes more than 400 miles of track in Massachusetts, New York, and Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
While NS's stake in parts operations in Massachusetts, it does not have any influence on the rest of the regional railroad. However, executives would like to change that. Pan Am reportedly approached the Bank of Montreal to assist with the potential sale, but then nothing more has come of it. And this article also cites the fact that Canadian National and CP are also rumored to want to purchase the route.
I think we ruled out CP last time because they said, we're not doing any more capital purchases like this, because they just bought CM&Q. But, NS is probably one of the more sensible candidates. CN, I guess, is another sensible candidate for purchasing. But the thing with NS is, with the Pan Am Southern situation, there's the possibility of... Go ahead.
It already sounds like almost like a merger.
Yeah, they each own half a stake.
Pan Am Southern.
Yeah, they each own half a stake in what's effectively the Pan Am main line, mostly through Massachusetts. And presumably because Pan Am never knew how to run a railroad and still doesn't, so NS had to come in and help them.
Perhaps it'll be like a subsidiary.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
kind of like how Cotton Belt was basically Southern Pacific.
Mm-hmm. The thing is,
The Southern Norfolk.
there have been discussions about breaking up Pan Am, as in the Patriot Corridor, which is the Pan Am Southern, would go to NS, perhaps, and then the other parts would be sold off independently. And my concern is, if you do that, New England railroading as we know it dies. Because the profitable thing is that corridor, not the rest of it. The rest of it, to my knowledge, the margins are very tight, and I would not at all be surprised if it's that run-through traffic on the main line that's supporting just about everything else. And if you take that away, the rest of the system, I think, is going to be in real hot water. That's my uneducated opinion, but that's my concern.
So, speak of corridors specifically, and also public-owned corridors potentially. There's been another round of consideration put towards the Rail proposal with passenger rail connecting Fort Collins, Pueblo along the Front Range corridor.
Yay.
This seems to me like just another article that was put out like, hey, this is a thing that some people are doing, and there hasn't really been much advancement on this project.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there is an online forum through which you can voice your opinion that is open through the end of July, so never mind.
Rip. Well, there was an attempt.
Who posted this?
To be fair, if it got posted right after last podcast, there still was time.
That's fair, actually. Although the article is from June the 30th. I suppose it's also my fault for not reading the article first. I just saw it was Rail and took it.
Yeah. Well.
Speaking of Norfolk Southern,
Oh.
They gifted an SD60i locomotive to Penn State.
For the college football trade.
We're back to this.
Yeah, no, they donated it. That will enhance the college's rail transportation and engineering program curriculum.
Woo!
I did not know they had one, but that's really cool.
It says the locomotive is to our RTE students as a cadaver is to medical students. Our students
It's a
will
little
really
bit
get
morbid, but okay.
yeah. Our students will really get ready to roll up their sleeves and learn the inner workings of the diesel-electric locomotive.
Okay, but how cool is that? You know?
I wish I had that
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
I wish my railway mechanical department had a locomotive.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And guess what? Guess where it's housed? Curry Rail Services in
Oh,
Hollidaysburg.
jeez.
Hey,
That
they have to send a diesel from the loop that they repaired out there.
I think that
Decided-
I think the Everett might run there.
The Everett does run there.
that's also where I believe large portions of 5550 currently are.
Yeah, I think so.
Dear.
Speaking of moving things,
Okay.
Trains move.
Trains do move.
Wow, who could have guessed?
One
People
train
like
in
rails.
particular moved for the first time in a long time. The Strasburg number 4 Camelback, originally 1187, has been moved to the Age of Steam Roundhouse in Ohio. So hopefully it'll get better treatment out there than sitting in the yard in Strasburg.
At the very
for
least,
years.
it'll sit indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip. Poor 1187.
Speaking of rip the windows at the Hoosier Railroad Museum.
Okay, yeah,
I'm just full of these
this is
today.
awful. This is awful.
Oh, I didn't tell you about ours.
Oh, did you guys get vandalized too?
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm not-
we've got.
I'll
A lot of
refrain from talking
vandalization
about that on the podcast, though.
Uh-oh. Do you have a culprit?
No, we don't have a
Oh.
culprit, but we're mad.
Well, yeah. So, TJ, you want to give us the long and short of that one, and I'll have a similar thing for us to get mad at?
Yeah, pretty much. A couple of they say juveniles went in
You can say that again.
and broke windows on their equipment, on their buildings, on their locomotives. Pretty much lots of windows got broken, and they don't think that they are going to be able to get any money back financially, even if they're caught. So they are asking for donations to help repair their equipment.
Yikes.
Damn.
It's especially crappy because most of the time stuff like that isn't going to be insured.
Yep.
You just don't insure railroad equipment, at least when you're not a class 1.
It would be way too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what are you going to do with it? You hope you never get in an accident ever. You would
But hey,
effectively
like-
insure something like that just for vandalism protection,
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like,
which is, you
Shit
said,
happens.
expensive. Thank you.
Anyway, we've got another one. There was a 120-year-old private car in Galena, Kansas, that was slated to begin restoration as a future tourist attraction along Route 66, and someone lit it on fire.
Oh,
and it's ruined now. It was apparently absolutely gorgeous. It had like tile bathrooms and stuff like that. They mentioned a couple of things about it. Yeah, so hand-laid. It was a presidential rail car from the KCS and contained hand-laid mosaic tile showers, a kitchen, a dining room, a library, and a parlor. The rail car soon would have been placed on rails, after which restoration would have been slated to begin within weeks.
what exactly is a parlor? Like, I hear that all the time about, like,
It's an OBS car, but without the OBS.
Not necessarily.
And what is
A car like that,
OBS
the parlor is most closely related to what would be a living room.
Oh, it's just
The
it's like
parlor.
a chill place.
Yeah, the parlor in a car like that would typically be the one that interfaces with the platform, and it's effectively just a sitting room.
Okay.
So
Nice.
these are supposedly images from inside of the car.
Oh.
Oh,
I
and
don't want
OBS.
to see that.
OBS
Yikes.
is like
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so they literally,
oh no!
they're gonna just be bringing in, things to scrap the remaining metal at this point.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
not
this
much
is what
else
the car
to do,
looked like
unfortunately.
God damn it!
Also, I believe I saw in one of the articles that it was, one of them is like it was suspicious, and then the other one is like it was set by a known firebug, and I'm like, if someone's a known firebug,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's just disappointing.
that is awful.
Sad.
Well, on the brighter side of things, a man buys a Toronto streetcar to preserve it on
Yeah,
his own little.
Yay!
I gotta say this car is so cute. It's
It
so
is.
cute.
It's
a
modern,
adorable little thing.
which you don't really associate with being cute, particularly with trams. I think they're kind of ugly and buggy looking. This one's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
He has his own little area for it, and it's adorable.
That looks great.
It will function.
I
as a-
wonder if Okay, so while I'm in Chicago, I'll be able to see and ride the L train. for the first
Yes.
time. That'll be sick.
It's fun.
It is fun.
But I'm curious.
Don't ride
if,
the blue line.
Victims
Don't
of the
ride
L
the blue
train
line.
accident. Incredibles court losses cost the government millions.
Ride the blue line from end to end. Don't
No,
get
but
off in the middle.
Don't get off in the
I
middle.
wonder if there's LRV or light rail service out in.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't think there's no light rail in Chicago. I know that.
There's a
No,
monorail
they
in
have
Detroit.
Not anymore.
Yeah, there's a monorail. in
Also, a
Detroit.
monorail in Seattle, which is interesting.
And in Orlando.
Well,
That doesn't
Technically, if you want to go like that, then there's a monorail in Los Angeles too.
Well, you know what else is going to be in Orlando soon?
what?
Bright Line.
Are you
Hey.
sure about that?
Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse Bright Line. Mickey Mouse Bright
Yes.
Line.
The South Florida to Orlando
Come ride my
extension
Virgin train.
line could open as early as 2022.
Could.
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 Well, the station's complete and they're beginning to lay the track in Orlando, so that's always a positive.
Okay.
And talks are still still with Disney about making a station at Disney.
Yes.
And then the planned Tampa expansion's also going on.
Well, while we're on the topic of high speed and expansion, the new high speed rail line that will connect Southern California, Los Angeles, to Las Vegas, Nevada,
Vegas.
are forging ahead after the project has been awarded another critical public funding allocation. They just won $200 million of private activity bonds from the Nevada State Board of Finance, and the California Treasurer awarded the project $600 million. So that's a big chunk of money to push forward with this project, and it looks like things are going better than they did with Caltrain. So maybe in the next decade or so, we'll have a new high-speed rail on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Or they'll just blow all the money.
Or they'll just blow all the money like
Hey,
they
you
did
know.
the last time.
You never know with these things. But I do want to talk about Brightline again for a second. Because we need to extend to Brightline a congratulations on the sex. Brightline is no longer a virgin.
What do you mean?
Holding.
They
It's
have,
no longer a virgin holding.
They have ended their marketing agreement with Virgin and are going to retain their corporate image and no longer work with Virgin Enterprises.
Oh, good. That Virgin are the guys who are doing the Vegas to LA.
Yeah.
Wait, that was
Aren't they
Brightline,
broke?
but then it became Vegas.
I don't know.
It became-
I don't think.
I'm pretty sure Brightline bought them. But
I don't know if Virgin's broke because Virgin is like a big European company.
Didn't they get
well,
booted out of operating
Airline
something?
and Cruise Line just filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 15.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe
that's
they are
unfortunate.
broke.
Yeah.
F.
So I'm sure that had some small part to play in this decision from Brightline's part.
Speak of bankruptcy,
Uh-oh.
the entire town of Silverton is really hurting right
Oh,
now
no.
because the Durango and Silverton has not run a train to them all year. Well, actually, they ran one maintenance train up there
Because she
to
isn't
collect
running
cars
up
and
from
take them back to
Durango.
Durango. And there will be no trains to Silverton this year. At this point, it's somewhat doubtful about trains next year, even.
Yikes.
So, yeah, you can imagine the owners of the little restaurants and tchotchke shops all over Silverton are kind of hurting because there is nobody visiting.
Ouch.
That of course is due to COVID and the aforementioned bridge collapse and another little spot of DNS misfortune I heard about today, but I didn't have an article for. A truck hauling one of their new White Pass diesels broke down
I
somewhere in
saw a
Oregon.
picture for that.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys can't win.
And they keep having washouts and shit
Yeah.
happen.
And sparking the occasional fire.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The fire, the washouts, the breakdowns, the
virus.
The virus.
The virus is infecting everything.
And
It was raining frogs, and then there were cicadas, and
They put the chemicals in
and
the
then the
water.
walls oozed green slime.
oh wait, no, they always do that.
Then the lights will flicker on and off.
Cats
Yeah.
and dogs living together.
The hash pinging hasher.
All right.
It was actually the EPA that put the chemicals in the water that turned the frickin' frogs orange. So
You know, we have another spot of bad news on as far as tourist railroads go,
we're just rays of sunshine this week.
which is immediate. It's immediately following the opposing piece of news from last episode, where we said the Tweetsee was open again, or was it the episode before? Either way, the Tweetsee is closed again. So,
well,
That was quick.
if you saw the podcast and you were planning to go, too late.
The San Francisco's cable cars are also closed because of COVID. And this article is stating that they probably won't be running again until there is a coronavirus vaccine that is widely available to the public.
Yeah, they're kind of small cars.
They're small cars. They're one of the, I wager one of the biggest tourist attractions in San Francisco, which is literally tourist city.
They're also
The
goddamn
break.
expensive. They're so expensive. I
Yeah.
rode them anyway. I have no regrets, but
It was not cheap.
it's not cheap.
I lost you guys when y'all were out here.
Oh yeah.
I lost you two in San Francisco. I was like calling him like.
It's so easy to get lost in San Francisco.
I went into the
it really
bathroom
is.
for 5 minutes and I come out and Ellis and Madison are gone. I'm like, oh no.
Sorry. Sorry. It happens. Okay, you know what else lost? All of New York. Versus Hurricane Isaias. Service on all three commuter railroads in the New York City metro area was suspended on Tuesday because of the dangerous effects of Tropical Storm Isaias. And by that I mean downed trees everywhere. So, Long Island Railroad and Metro North were suspended system-wide for most of the day. New Jersey Transit Service also got put on hold due to, quote, overhead wire and signal issues. Shortly after 9 p.m., the Long Island Railroad Far Rockaway and Long Beach branches resumed running, but the other branches remained out of service. And there are some pictures here of just destruction. Just the things you hate to see it happen. Trees on overhead wires. That's bad.
Yeah,
It's not supposed to have trees on overhead wires. Looks at Florida.
it's less than bueno.
Listen, you guys lost an entire rail line to a hurricane. Don't get on me.
Oh.
You lost a theme park.
We did lose the theme park. Sadness. Anyway.
Sad
You know
face.
what?
Yeah, sad face. I had like a theme park related article, but I already deleted it because I figured we'd never get to it. It was just that there would be a delay on the creation of a railroad park near Route 66. Wait a minute, no.
Yeah.
TVA has it.
What? Oh, yeah. Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
There was another one that was similar to that one. There are 3 Route 66 related articles. The first one was the arson, the second one is this one, and the third one is the one I deleted.
I'm not sure what actually is going on here, but there's like this out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There is like a little railroad museum, but it looks like there's an engine and some cars on display, but it looks like they actually want to turn it into something and run trains, which that's kind of cool. That is cool.
Wait, isn't that the article where they said
Like, there's not a whole lot of like backstory. They're talking about building a new 5,000 square foot depot.
Cool.
Is that the article where they talk about like how they're not gonna do it?
There was an article like that.
Yeah, I
As
remember
the
seeing an
article is titled, "Construction Begins on a Route 66 Village
Okay, then
Train."
definitely not that article.
Yeah, no, the one I deleted was the one where things aren't happening.
Yeah, some city council said no you, and there's no longer a museum.
Really?
No,
They're building the depot there.
no,
Hmm.
no.
Okay.
No,
Can we
no.
talk about
Oh.
Can we talk about the red, white, and blue elephant in the room?
Oh,
Amtrak?
God.
Yes.
Aha, I
Can
have
we-
all of the
Can we
Amtrak.
not?
No. Yes, we can. The Midwest
like
cars.
Amtrak like
Tchaikovsky, yes.
blue.
Okay. Oh yeah, the engine. That's right. I forgot about the engine. I didn't.
I'm gonna.
Forget about it.
Oh, you know what? The cars aren't too bad, okay?
No, I actually really like the cars. It's just the engines, like.
But the engines are way too blue.
Yeah. It's
The engines, you know what the engines remind me of?
Pepsi.
No, they're what the Avelia was supposed to be painted like.
Yeah.
The early concept stuff of the Avelia, or the Acela 2, as it now is, was basically that scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the criticism was about the same. It's very, very blue.
This.
Why
one.
can't? Okay, listen.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
I like
Speaking of that, looks dope.
I like the Midwest scheme.
Looks like a raccoon.
I like the. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh my God, it does.
When I made a promotional video and like all of the comments were like, no.
I like the
All
Midwest
comments
scheme on the
went,
coaches. The more I look at it, the less I like it. But at a glance, I think it
What
looks
is-
good.
What is the Midwest scheme?
It's just the new
I'm
coaches.
sending an image in
Just why do they call it that?
Because it's for
because it's Amtrak Midwest.
yeah.
Because they're
Okay.
because they're very concerned about making things regional for some reason.
Well, like, we have Amtrak California. And then
Yeah, like we have obviously we have the Northeast Regional. And so everything's painted in Northeast Regional and Acela.
We also have,
remember when Amtrak had a Southern
and then there's
Bus?
Empire Service stuff, which is the best looking stuff on the system. Don't at me.
And the Downeaster.
Wait,
The
hold on,
Downs-
I want to see that. Wait. Amtrak. Or.
Yeah, the Empire Service is Phase 3, right?
It's Phase 3
Yeah.
with the little logo on it, and I love it.
Yeah.
We saw one
It's
of
what
them.
Amtrak should have done for the entire system.
Oh, yeah, the Empire Service.
It's so good. I love it.
My files are too powerful. Discord, how could you do this?
But yeah, I don't get what they're going for with the dots on the Midwest scheme. But again, I think at a glance it
It's-
looks okay.
Modern art.
Yeah. I'm wondering, at least they sort of made it blend on, like, between the Chargers
On the
and
coaches it blends, but not on the Chargers.
Well, at least they added the little white chevron in the back, so it's not, like, blue all the way.
Yeah, but like,
Listen, there are a few redeeming qualities, but I'm trying to find them.
Oh, there we go. That's nice.
Yeah, that's Amtrak
I mean-
Midwest. They
Yeah,
like
but,
dots.
But the fact that the engine,
See,
like,
that looks cool. That looks cool. If they want to go with that one, fine. But this one, no.
but like the Amtrak Midwest one doesn't even blend correctly with the coaches.
No, it doesn't at all.
It doesn't?
It doesn't at all.
Like,
The newest Cella
no.
power car doesn't blend physically with the coaches.
No,
Okay, well.
look at.
But like the red line is too thick, and the white stripes don't match up, and on the engine
Blue
it's
dots on the back of the-
and then the coaches it's solid blue, and it just makes me angry
You know why? You know why this is a problem?
because Amtrak can't stick to one paint scheme.
No, because Amtrak is ordering things like one piece at a time, and they're not, like, ordering a whole bunch of stuff that they're going to style together. Yeah, thank you.
It's important.
We need. Okay, I'm about to say this.
Uniformity?
We need Amtrak to
Uh-oh.
pull a fleet of modernism where you just get like a whole new round of stuff, and then don't mix it in with everything else. Keep it separate.
Amtrak doing something right? Pff, you must be on something.
Also, the coaches are not as silver as the locomotive.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah,
Also,
the
coaches
colors don't
are,
look like they're the same.
Listen, just
Yeah,
wait.
and-
Just wait until they have to repaint these things. Then they'll start to look. Maybe they'll start to look half decent.
Well, like,
So,
what's
like,
the point of that?
The coaches
What's the point
also
of that?
bulge out like kind of U-liners do, and then like the engine's like solid, and then they're gonna have U-liners mixed in with these things, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah, I can't wait till I see mixed with AM fleets.
It's gonna be a Charger. It's gonna be a Charger, a Viewliner baggage, one of those coaches, an Amfleet, a Horizon, another one of those coaches, and then a P42, and it's gonna make people angry.
No, hold
They're
on.
gonna-
You're forgetting one thing. You're forgetting one
Oh.
thing.
What am I?
If you're
forgetting?
going for the picture I think you're going for, I'll be very happy.
The dome car.
Not
Yeah.
just the dumb car.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
My boy.
And one of those thrown in the middle just to piss everyone off.
Yeah,
We're
no,
gonna
that's
run them in the
actually-
middle.
It's really
with
one of my biggest
thick end
pet
to thin
peeves.
end.
Like, why?
I
Greg?
hate, like, I've seen it where they have like those rounded cars like back to back, and I'm just like, ugh.
This just takes it to
No, they
another
don't put them back to
level.
back. They'll put round end to square end.
Yeah.
Yes. And
You
it's
think
so-
they did it on purpose, or were they just that awful?
I wouldn't put it past them to be obtuse like that.
Anyway,
Also,
I guess that covers my two articles with
So
one.
there's-
But yeah, Amtrak has revealed their paint scheme for the first 4 or 5 charges, and it's about as blue as you can get. Like, even Pepsi is jealous now.
it's extremely.
Pepsi
Pepsi is about to
Man!
open fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the heavy cruiser and submarines.
I do remember like several podcasts ago when I was reading this Amtrak article about them replacing the bi-level coaches with these singular ones. Here we are 1 year later, and they're rolling them out.
See, progress.
They're doing shit. They're doing things. Stuff and things.
Stupid things.
Pepsi Man!
God damn it.
We may not agree with their choice in paint schemes, but Amtrak seems to be making
They're,
strides.
they're doing things. It's better than them not doing things.
We've gone straight back to the rainbow era now. Like,
I'm okay with that. But here's the difference. The Rainbow Era had a reason to exist.
yeah, this doesn't.
Um,
And like the rainbow era was cool. It was all you could see the different roads. This is just gonna be different versions of blue, blue, and blue.
different versions of Amtrak, Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future.
Why would
Yeah,
the like
you have Phase 3, Phase 4 Amtrak Midwest, Phase 5, maybe, who knows, a Phase 1 Heritage Unit or something. It's gonna, yeah.
And then Downeaster Cabbage Car.
Yeah.
Which we saw one of those
Yo.
on the back end of the Lakeshore Limited, facing the wrong way.
Yo, how long until P-42s are a rare sight?
Rare.
No, they're just gonna convert them all to cabbages.
How long until they're heritage
No, not
units?
P-42 cabbages.
I mean, technically there already are P-42 heritage units, but like when you see like an old Santa Fe engine, and it's like, oh, hey, check that out. How long until P-42s are?
I'm
like
pretty
that?
sure once they get the charges to not break down as often as the P-42s,
Man.
they're gonna say goodbye P-42s.
That's a very low bar.
Yeah. Also, I mean, the P-42s were introduced in, 95?
95, 96,
And-
something like that.
And F-40s didn't really become uncommon until 2005-ish?
Still an F-40 when that one train went off that one bridge in New Orleans or whatever.
The Sunset Limited.
Yeah.
So, probably 10 years from now, they'll be rare.
Mm.
Well, no, not even 10 years from now, because, like...
10
they're
years
not
from
even
now,
on
they'll
mainline
finally
trains.
be, reducing in numbers significantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 years from when Amtrak deploys the mainline charges, because they still haven't received any of them.
Yeah, we'll see how long this
It'll
order
probably
takes.
still be a year or two before Amtrak starts deploying them.
Like these Midwest ones, will I be seeing those when I move? I don't know.
Well, it's
Yes,
Wisconsin,
actually.
Midwest.
Right? Because they'll be on the,
In
Won't they-
Milwaukee, I believe so, yeah.
what is that train that runs out there? Is that the
I think
Hiawatha?
it'd be the Empire Builder.
Well, no, they wouldn't be on the builder.
You
You'd get the
won't
long
see
distance
these on the
ones.
builder for a while.
No, that's right. That's
No,
long
this
distance.
that would
but-
be is it the Hiawatha the train that runs there?
I think it is the Hiawatha service.
The
'cause
Hiawatha
it's
did
next to
run up
Milwaukee.
there. I don't know if that's what the Amtrak service is.
No, okay, yeah, no. Hold on.
I think they have a train called the Hiawatha, don't they?
Yeah, no,
Actually,
Amtrak does have a...
I'm
Oh my god, how are we
Hiawatha.
this dumb? Hold on, let me Google it. Yes, they do. They do. The Hiawatha. Please load Amtrak.com. Hiawatha, Milwaukee to Chicago. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh, I looked up Amtrak Hiawatha, and this is one of the few images that pops up, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, Amtrak, very cool.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What's
GEs and blown turbos. Name a more iconic duo.
Oof.
Alco's and smoke.
That's fair. How about... Oh, hey! Hey, TBA.
Yo.
Wisconsin Great Northern. To restore and operate 1943 CB&Q Streamliner. Otherwise known as the
Ooh.
Mark Twain Zephyr.
I heard about that.
So, they are going to be...
Cancel culture, here I come.
Yeah. Greg Vreeland purchased the Mark Twain Zephyr and intends to bring it to WGN's Trago Yards, where the train will undergo a full restoration to operating condition and then be taken on excursions.
Yo.
Originally powered by a 600 horsepower 8-cylinder Winston diesel engine, the 9903 will be the first and most complex part of the restoration and repowering project. So
Yo.
yeah. So
It's a lot of stainless.
yeah, it's a lot of stainless. Our CNW painted SW1600 or that. Our CNW painted SW600 will be donating its EMD 600 horsepower engine to the Injun Joe, which is the power car.
Injun Joe.
Injun Joe. Is it Injun?
It's Injun. It's
Okay.
named after Tom Sawyer characters.
Oh,
You know,
gotcha.
okay,
Right.
You know
Yeah.
how
It's
dope it would
Injun
be
Joe.
to go.
It's Injun Joe, which is
Which
funny
is why-
because it sounds like engine, but it's also racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which is why the train's gonna get canceled faster than anything else. Because is there a Huckleberry Finn car too?
When the excursion gets canceled,
I think
had it coming.
it's the Injun Joe, the Becky Thatcher, and the Tom Sawyer.
Okay, hold on,
I'm
hold on,
pretty
hold on.
His name's Tom Sawyer. Sorry.
Thank you.
Becky
Thank
Thatcher
you.
was the
Okay,
only
so-
not
It's
racist.
4 units, so yeah, it's all 4 of them.
So,
So, hold on. This is you. Go ahead.
Effie Dean. So
Check
it's
the
the Injun Joe, Becky Thatcher, Huckleberry Finn, and the Effie
Oh.
Dean.
Right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can one of them just be changed to the N word?
Wow.
Hey, I mean, they used it enough.
Yeah, there's more of that in Mark Twain's books than anything else.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's okay.
His real name wasn't Mark Twain.
No, that was his pen name.
My podcast is now going to be canceled.
That's
I
okay.
can
We get canceled
say-
like 3 times a week.
I can
Which
tell
is really impressive considering we do this bi-weekly
Yeah.
at best.
So I'm
Hey, remember
looking
Black
at,
on Track? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
What were
So
you
I'm
looking at,
looking
TV? I'm sorry I cut you off.
I'm looking at the Hiawatha service.
Yeah.
Since I'm moving to Milwaukee, my aunt lives in Chicago. It's $25 to go either way on that train. I'm just like, I want to do that.
So you can be
$25.
That's
inside one of the cluster consists.
Yes, sure. But like, it'd be super easy to hop on that train, go see my aunt, do stuff in Chicago. It'll be sick.
And then take another train, go to Rhode Island,
Sure.
meet the
I'm-
Admiral,
Man, this is gonna be cool. I've already met the Admiral.
That's true.
meet him again.
Yeah. In my
But
place
before
of
you-
residence.
Before you met the Admiral, now he's the Admiral.
Yeah.
Slayer of Coochie.
Anyway, all right.
I still remember when Ellis and I were boarding the Jeremiah O'Brien, and I'm all, after you, Admiral.
I still have the sticker on my jacket.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd love to be like, I've been on both Liberty ships. Now I just need to go find that one that's like used as a breakwater and go to it.
Go to it.
That was such a freaking cool experience down there.
So cool. Hey, when you come here, we'll go to Battleship Cove,
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
USS Massachusetts, among other things. All right, so I want to talk about something real quick.
Remember the Maine.
Remember the Maine. That it's more appropriate to say remember the Maine on the Olympia, but anyway, definitely the
Yeah.
prettiest ship I've ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
This makes ice. Canadian
This
National
makes ice.
has announced that it will be investing about $100 million across Wisconsin, and I believe about $500 million over its entire system. In terms of
Well, I
maintenance.
think we can rule out CN buying Pan Am now.
Yeah, perhaps.
CN's probably doing some infrastructure work.
CN is doing
Maintenance.
They
butt
desperately
tons of
need it.
infrastructure work.
Butt puns.
Yeah. Also, I feel like there's a typo in here because
I'm
it's
excited to be able to see their trains now.
yeah.
I really am.
You're gonna get more than yellow Gevos.
Effing
I
Christ!
know. I'm gonna have variety.
We went out to Selkirk to see some trains with a
And
Jillies.
boy, did we not.
What?
I said, and boy, did we not.
Yeah. Boy, did we not! You know what the one train we saw was? BNSF.
Ha.
It was a push-pull grain train.
Jeez.
And
Was it all the brown hoppers?
yes,
Yeah.
there was
Oh,
not
it
a
was a
single car
worm.
on it that wasn't BNSF.
It was a worm.
It was a very short worm. Anyway, there's a typo in here, I'm sure. In terms of maintenance, CN plans to replace
Just
over
a
9
little
miles of
mother.
rail.
The most extensive construction project of our generation.
100.
$500 million to replace 9 miles of rail.
Hey, the union's a ballbuster, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, so look out for that. BNSF is also forging ahead with expansion, but we can't read it because it's train back. So I'll just throw it in there, and if you can read it, you can read it.
Womp womp.
Where Germany is expanding,
Hold up.
but in a positive way. They've not annexed Austria. They've not annexed Austria yet. Okay, so this is going fine. No. What they've done is they've performed tests between battery and hydrogen locomotives, and battery locomotives beat hydrogen locomotives in both cost and efficiency.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is cool coming on the heels of the
Interesting.
battery engine stuff we were talking about last episode.
Well, it's also interesting because I know car companies have been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Hyundai developed a hydrogen-powered car. I think Toyota might have.
Toyota did in 2015 because there was a big Back to the Future tie-in with it.
Oh yeah.
And it's cool to see that railroads are finally. I mean, I know they have been for a while, but like intensively at this point, like trying to break into that area.
Isn't somebody making battery road locomotives
EMD.
like exclusively for use in California?
Yep.
It's EMD, and they've made like this weird SD70 version where it's like just a massive chunk battery in the middle. And it's super funny to look at because it's like, oh yeah, it looks like a normal SD70. You look towards the center, it just expands out.
It looks like a snake that ate a rat or something. It's just got this bulge in the middle.
I believe
Yeah.
we talked about an NS battery electric engine last episode as well.
Didn't they sell it?
Did they?
Yeah, I
They
thought
may
they
have.
sold it. Like 30.
They developed that a few
$32.99.
years ago. I thought they were getting rid of it.
So the reporter's author is Dr. Wolfgang, and I'm like,
Interesting.
interesting.
Mozart?
So Germany is maybe expanding in other ways.
I found the Jeeve.
Jiva.
The Jiva.
The G.
The Jeeve.
I have something that's sort of tangentially related to railroading that I'm just
Send a
stunned.
pic of the TBA, please.
Oh
I'm just
no.
stunned.
Oh
So-
no.
This was the reason it's tangentially related is because it was it came from the Salt River Project Power Company and Railroad. These two siblings allegedly stole over 100,000 pounds of copper.
I saw this.
It's just no jellies.
How do you steal that much copper? Holy
Very
crap.
carefully. Which also, for those playing at home, you said it was 100,000 pounds of copper? That's roughly $200,000 worth of copper.
Yeah. Anyway,
He also said the entire Navajo reservation is taking the copper and selling it, and that they started taking it after the radio station announced that the power plant and railroad was closed.
yikes.
Well, maybe don't announce that.
Carl Slowtalker reportedly told the police that basically the entire Navajo. Oh, it's literally the same exact thing. Why the article talks in circles? Okay,
I mean,
this whole paragraph literally says the same quote twice.
it was only their, only major employer that just shut
Yeah.
down.
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of copper.
It's okay. They took the copper, but we still have Engine Joe.
I thought you were about to say we took the land.
Because on PM calling
We did
me.
that too, but
I was gonna say it's probably technically their copper.
They took the copper because they need to expand the factory.
Our rightful copper. Anyway,
One
Because-
tried to DM call me, and I'm like, why?
okay, that's the fourth time we've been canceled. So, you guys want to cover up your last two links there, then we can do the latest train on Amtrak?
I have.
So
Okay.
here is Project Black Diamond. A GoFundMe started only just a few days ago, 4 days ago, and they want to rescue a rare Lehigh Valley diesel. Looks like a little NW2. Back to its native territory. It doesn't say like where it is or anything.
Probably
this
next
is
to
the
Steamtown.
historic. No, it's a separate thing in Pennsylvania. They're their
Well,
own thing.
It's not the rare that runs next to Steamtown.
No, they're their own thing. It's a new startup that is.
Oh.
It's a new nonprofit that's dedicated to preserving rare and strange railroad equipment.
Rare.
It's called the Historic Railworks.
It was interesting to find out that the Seashore was started by college students. The Seashore
Bring her home.
Railway Museum. That just reminded me of that. That's very off topic.
And that
You
reminds
know
me
what
of
else I learned that was interesting?
what?
The West Side Logging Company,
Mhm.
the little bit that was preserved by Taco Bell.
Huh.
Interesting.
The more you know.
Ta-da.
Thanks,
make
Taco
caboose.
Taco Bell's cooler than I thought.
They
Thanks,
make
Taco
food.
Bell.
Now I gotta
Shut
go get tacos.
Shout out to them being open at midnight for stoners.
Dong.
They're open till 3.
Yeah, they're open hella late.
Money's open till 4.
So my last article is a bit more unfortunate. The original Chattanooga Choo Choo developer, Alan Casey, has died.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a shame. All right, that's a somber note. Yeah. Do I have anything? I don't have anything. Here, have a. Well, it's a YouTube video, so I can't really share that. But it's an episode for. It's an update from Kentucky Steam Heritage.
Kentucky Steam.
Kentucky Steam, yeah. Otherwise known as CSX's favorite Steam program. Anyway.
Most disliked. I mean, least disliked.
There you go. I saw a video of 614. Russ Roll and Run 614. I was like, I see why they didn't like him after this. He's just booking it. Anyway.
Hey, man. Gotta go fast.
I just want to say shout out to Milky, now that Seashore got brought up, for basically making the two best calls on the entire trip, in my opinion. Going to a location that cannot be disclosed, and going to Seashore, because Seashore was really cool. Seashore is the only thing we all got to ride during the entire duration of the trip. But anyway, we did a rules class. So let's talk about the latest
I
trip.
haven't heard about that test yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
Seashore, Wiesna.
It's okay. We have a year to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to study more. Or like it all.
I didn't study.
I'm just gonna give you our rules test.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if you pass that.
Let's see if I pass.
Okay.
Aren't you the one that made that rules test?
Correct.
Oh, God. On some hands, I'm like, oh, well, it probably isn't that ridiculous. But on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, but Weibold made a test.
You could probably do it pretty easily.
Alright.
Just use Google and you can find the answer. Or in my case, Doc.
Or the rule book.
Yeah.
Or the rulebook.
What? You wouldn't be able to find it in there.
No.
Well, the thing is like, why would I have to memorize the rule book if I have to have it with me all the time anyway?
So you don't
Because
have
you
to be
inevitably
looking
don't.
through it?
Because you inevitably don't.
Yeah, and also...
It's a rule that everybody carry their rule book and timetable at the museum, and nobody does because it gets destroyed if you do.
Also because you don't want to be in the middle of something and go like, oh, let me check the rulebook.
Yeah.
I mean, check the rule book.
Hi,
I
there's
gotta
no
check the
water in the tender. Let me check the rules book for what I need to do here.
The best use for our timetables is they have a ruler printed on the back, so you can check break travel really easily.
Oh, that's handy.
That is
time-
handy.
Our
I
timetable.
saw somebody
has-
with a ruler tattooed on their forearm the other day. I was like, ooh,
That's
I've never even considered getting a tattoo, but that made me think about it for a second.
Well, but what happens if you like get taller or your skin changes?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a very time-sensitive measurement tool.
Maybe there's a better place to put it. Maybe some are better than others. I don't know.
I mean, if you've got 12 inches there, you can put it somewhere.
I got 12 inches.
Put it in your ear.
It's train on Amtrak.
Yeah, like...
Speaking of measurement,
Depending on
tattoo,
how I'm feeling is how long 12
I
inches.
think my first tattoo is just going to be like high water marks, like on my leg.
I want to get a dragon on my shoulder.
If I'm over this depth in the water, I'm probably overloaded and going to sink.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it'll be
Or
like
one of those-
historic high here. Like on this date, the water was here.
Do it with foam. On this date, the foam was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait till the first day I'm a trainman. That'll be.
Hey.
Oh man, I'm not gonna say this out loud on the podcast. I have such a raunchy joke. Anyway,
no.
to do with measuring marks on your body. Anyway, latest trade on Amtrak.
Oh,
Jesus.
wow.
More depth markers.
Today was a particularly sad day.
Amtrak.
Bible figured it out.
Aircraft.
Okay.
Amtrak.
What's everyone's guesses?
Number 5.
Northbound Crescent.
Northbound Crescent. All right. Which one?
Northbound Eagle.
Northbound. All right. Northbound Crescent. Northbound Eagle. Number 5. I heard somebody yell.
That was moi.
Okay. TBA.
Does not exist.
Dead.
Okay, I'm back. Is it my turn?
Yep.
I want to guess the Westbound Builder.
Westbound Builder. Okay. So, the Westbound Empire Builder, the Empire Builder... Wait, what the hell's going on here? What the heck? Why are the two sections of the Empire Builder running separately?
Huh? I don't know.
I'm just going to show the audience this. I mean, don't look yet, but I'm just going to show the
No,
audience.
I think Amtrak put out a thing that says one section will continue and one section will stop at a certain point temporarily. I don't remember if that's actually what the train is or what they said, but
Anyway,
I
alright, so
remember-
the Westbound Empire Builder, both of them, are on time.
Oof.
Oh, wait, there's a third one. It's also on time. The northbound Crescent is an hour and 12 minutes late. The northbound Texas Eagle is 4 minutes late.
ah,
Wow.
Number 5 is 1 minute late at Grand Junction, or 11 minutes early in Galesburg.
That shit's on
What?
time today.
Amtrak's on time. Actually, early for once.
Oh, don't worry. The Empire Builder going eastbound is 4.5 hours late.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
TBA, you were.
Oh, what?
And
I'm
that's
so close.
that is the latest train on Amtrak.
bruh.
The latest train on Via.
Bruh.
Via,
Bruh.
the latest train on Via is the Abitibi, which is 11.5 hours.
I'm sorry?
There's 602 is 20 minutes late.
Oh, sorry. There's
Then
the
the two guys that are super late are both on top of each other.
Yeah,
You know, I make fun of my Canadian friends for their late ass trains.
and they deserve it.
There's an Acela that's an hour
Wow.
late.
Those damn Canadians, they deserve it.
Isn't
What?
it-
Yeah, why? 22:53 is 15
I blame the
minutes late.
Portal Bridge.
Take this, Dudley.
Just kidding.
I
Just kidding.
don't-
Just kidding. It picked up an hour between Providence and New Haven. I almost guarantee you it was the bridge outside of Old Saybrook. Because that one gets stuck too. These are all
Or just Metro North.
100-plus-year-old drawbridges built by the New Haven. And they're
Anyhow.
getting up there. in the
And we're
years.
running high-speed trains over them.
Yeah, we're running high-speed trains.
Yeah.
over them. Chris was like, I saw all the bridges when I was on my drive-in, and I have a lot more
Hey,
respect
but-
for the New Haven now.
Woo! A Hiawatha just left. Hey!
If only you were there to see it.
I
Oh,
know. I'm
339.
gonna.
339 is so early, it hasn't even registered. Oh, no, it has registered. It's Chicago stop now.
While we're out there, I'm gonna take a day to go and check out Chicago Union Station. I've never been there. I want to go check out all this shit.
It's cool. It's very confusing. I got lost in there.
Yeah, you've
Immediately.
been there, huh?
Yeah.
Can't be worse than the one in New York.
It's worse.
Dude, look at Chicago has a shitload of trains. I gotta go check it out.
Chicago's
All roads lead to
rail
Rome.
heaven.
All railroads lead to Chicago.
Yep.
They kind of do.
That's a good termination. Anyway,
They really-
TBA,
Kind of. Yo,
time to terminate.
Wisconsin.
Thanks. East, what do you have to say?
Skookum sucks.
Oh. No, you. TJ? TJ's dead.
She just dead.
Alright, Wybold, what? God damn it.
Pepsi Man! Pepsi Man, the song, slaps.
It does. It has no business doing so, but it does.
Pepsi Man!
Anyway, I don't know what to write for TJ. What's something unflattering we can make TJ's termination?
Dead.
Two-footed
Um.
people want.
I'm just gonna write Bro Day track. Alright, anyway. Thanks everyone for coming to the podcast. And, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Let's go play Siege.
I agree.
Bye!
Yellow stairs!
Adios.